Oh yeah. I heard you say something about the other day. I heard you guys on the repeater there. Yeah. I went back to you a couple of times, but you didn't hear me.
Really, eh?
Yeah. You were on
the Moose Creek repeater?
I don't know if it was the Moose Creek or the PGC, because I listened to both.
Yeah.
And you were on there, because you were bouncing back and forth, because I could hear you on NBC, but I can get through there, but it's not, it wouldn't be copyable.
So that is, so the magnet wire, I remember that.
Yeah.
And that's clear coated.
That's clear coated, so you'll have to scrape that off when you solder it onto...
Now this part here...
That's the hairpin.
So, now look at this old one.
Yeah, that's this.
That's this.
Yeah. It's called a hairpin match.
Oh, and they soldered it right to the antenna itself.
Yep.
Ah. Huh. Dang it, that looks like a lot of solder.
It is. And that's normal. You have to put a lot on.
That's some thick.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that's pretty thick. I wouldn't use that thick wire. But hey, you know what?
At the time, well, sometimes
you use what you got.
Exactly right.
And it works. If it's a receive only.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it isn't. You can transmit on these. But,
really?
But not if you're going to have that attenuator put in there.
Right. Exactly.
So if you're using it for fox hunting, it's receive only.
Okay. All right.
But if you took that attenuator off,
right.
Then you because if you transmit into it, you'll damage it.
Gotcha.
Right? It's not built for that.
Right. Now you put the tags on.
Oh, I told you everything. As I said, I built you a kit. I built you a kit.
Steve's like, I'm like, dang. Okay. Let's see. Okay, right. Let's see what else is in the bag.
So these are the 30 M3s that you're going to use, and I'll show you what those are for later.
Yeah.
So this is the lid. You won't need the lid because I'm printing you a different one.
Oh.
And I may have to use a different size, so I'll keep those until we get this one done. Those are your element retainers. So they go, if you notice mine are all folded over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll put it downstairs. So that's where they fold into.
Oh. Right? Okay, yeah. So that's why it's cut like that.
Right. So this whole hair goes right through, so it slides the whole way.
Oh,
and then the top hole only goes part way through.
Oh, I see.
So at the top, when you fold it up, it goes into the top.
Yeah.
And that clamps it, it holds it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't spring out,
right?
Well,
that's nice.
So you don't have to, like on yours, you've got, I don't know if it's taped or how you get yours.
Let's see how he has it on here.
Oh, he's got it shoved inside, right?
Yeah.
So what you would do is this would go...
Oh, just straight onto that.
Like the bottom one goes on, slides into there.
Oh, okay,
and then this folds in, you shove it in there.
There you go.
And that holds it.
All right. Yeah,
I mean, this is cheap too, right?
Because he went all the way through, because that's why this goes all the way through. With the other one, it won't go all the way through, right? Like, you won't have a hole through it like these.
Right.
Okay.
Right. These don't. So that's what that is. That's the retainer.
Right.
DE now.
So DE, that's your director element, right?
Nope.
No.
Close. Driven element.
Oh, yeah, driven element. Right. Yeah, driven element.
So that's actually two pieces that's in there.
Oh, yeah, because one for one side, one for the other side. Then you put the thing in the middle of it.
Right. So this is what you're going to solder to. So you're going to have to sandpaper that off.
Oh.
And then solder, fold this around.
Right.
Solder it. And I wouldn't solder with this in place. I would solder this together.
Right, because it gets warm, right?
Well, it'll melt the plastic, right?
Right.
So
driven element.
Yeah, so that's your driven element. There's your reflector.
Oh, yeah. And you already have it all measured and everything.
Yep. And your director.
Oh, got you.
So which one's longer, the director or the reflector?
The reflector.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
So they're all measured for you.
Yeah.
All you got to do.
That took me some time. That was on the test, and I just could not. Because you're trying to memorize stuff.
Yeah.
But then I went to Earl's house, and I was looking at his beam, right?
Yeah.
And I could clearly see that I'm like, that's the back. He goes, how do you know? I'm like, because it's
bigger,
the longness, and this the front, because right? Yeah. And I was like, But then I started getting confusing because for a Yagi, it's kind of easy to well, now it's easy for me to recognize it. But what happens when you have the ones that have like all these, like 5-element beam and all this kind of stuff, 4-element beams?
Yeah, so they'll still have one end that'll be longer than the front, right? The back will always be longer.
Because I thought that the Yagis was just 3-element beams. So when I see things that are more than that, I'm like, so what are the other things called then?
Well, all directors.
Really?
So you'll have one, most of the time you'll have one, maybe two reflectors.
Yeah.
And the rest are all directors.
Oh.
Because the way it works, I can draw it out, but if you remember grade 11 physics, grade 10 physics, you see we'll use the sine wave, which basically that's what radio is.
Right.
So you get your sine wave, right? So you want your peaks to match at every single element.
Oh.
Or peaks and troughs.
Yes.
Your peak power, not peak of the sine
right.
wave, right? So the idea is that's why the spacing is
gotcha.
what it is. So what happens is it basically forces your
right.
energy out the front of that antenna.
That's
and of course, the more directors you have, the narrower the beam width becomes, and the more power you have going straight forward. Okay. Or you can receive.
Right.
But the problem with that is it also narrows, your bandwidth on receive. So if you're not pointing right at that station, you're not going to hear them. Right. So most beams get about a 30 degree bandwidth or beam width, so you're pretty good. That's the handle on your right. Yeah. I got mine on backwards.
Huh? All right.
And that's the top piece, so your attenuator is going to go in here. And these are the pieces that go on the front.
Oh, for the first,
so this curved piece goes down.
Okay.
And presses on that. And then you use these.
Oh, that's what the screws are for.
That's what these are for.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, you got 30.
Yeah.
I was just checking my math. So this will sit just ever so slightly like that. So that when you draw it, the screw's drawing in, it squeezes it, so it holds it.
Oh, that's what holding your
tape. Yeah. Right. So that's how that works. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter. These are there's two of these. See, that one's different. So that, you know that's your driven element.
Oh.
So these two are exactly the same.
Okay.
For your reflector and driver, doesn't matter.
Right.
Director and reflector, doesn't matter. So those are good. This is your driven element.
Oh. And
so your driven element's going to come in so far. Your coax comes in through here.
Okay.
Your hairpin goes out that way. And everything gets soldered. Right? And then this gets on there.
Oh, really? So the stuff's going to happen inside of that, not outside like this one over here?
Right.
Oh, right. So it's not going to... Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
So this is all external here. Just sticking out.
Right. Well, that's going to still stick out.
Okay, this part's going to stick out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is just basically going on like this.
Okay.
Right?
So you're
going to have a window here.
Oh, okay.
And so you can see your connections. But what I did on mine is I took my liquid tape and I just covered it all up.
Oh, okay.
So that it wouldn't get wet and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So
or get caught on stuff. Because one day I was taking it out of the car because, you stop, you get out and all that stuff, and it got hung up.
That is potential.
So you have to wash that. But that's very stiff though.
But you can put tape on that. It wouldn't hurt anything.
Really?
You can tape it so it's...
Oh.
No. Like you could tape it so that it doesn't get hooked on anything. But that's your driven.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so and that's basically goes together. Like I said, put the screws in, and I gave you the nylock nuts so that they won't back off once they're tight.
Exactly.
And these, of course, are your end caps.
Yeah,
and they're designed so when they go on, they're not coming off. So make sure you're
ready to go before you put them on.
So the very last thing you do is put those on once you're happy with everything.
So how are you going to? Now that's all done. How are you going to?
Yep. So that's.
How are you going to get this?
So we're going to have to take this apart and mount it in there.
Well, how do you? Because this looks a little bit bigger, eh? But I guess that does. Oh, well, it's not so.
Yeah, but the electronics inside aren't. So we'll put this back together here.
Oh, that's nice. Now. Everything labeled and everything. See, man, oh my God.
Get it all set up for you.
This boy here.
I'm going to keep it up.
Yeah, because I wanted to see how you were going to do this stuff here.
All right, so.
Because I'll be leaving that with you. Is that electric?
Yeah.
No way. Also, you just get it started and then away he goes, right? So this is Disassemble Class 101, folks.
Yeah. Disassembly.
Yeah.
Now this, I'm just looking at that. This might not fit that. We might have to try something different here.
Well, we just need the parts in there, eh? What are you talking about? Like, oh,
yeah,
this is the
spacing.
outside parts and stuff?
Yeah, the spacing of the holes may not line up. Doesn't look like it's going to. No.
Oh, that's all on one board, eh?
Yeah, this is a different size. So, alright, so that means...
So this was gonna sit on. Oh, I see what you're doing here. It was gonna sit on there like this.
Yeah. That's okay. We can figure this out. This is. So see, this is 3D printed, right? This box.
Oh, okay.
That's a 3D printed box.
Okay.
I can tell just by the layers. Yeah. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to redesign this piece.
Right.
To fit this.
Or could you use that piece?
No, because we'd have to glue it on there, and I don't want to glue anything.
Yeah.
I'd rather have this built so that's all. Yes.
Oh, and since it's on the board, you can't really move stuff around.
No.
Oh.
See, mine, I bought mine to fit in here. Like mine was the small board.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pull this other half apart here and see what we got.
Hey, what I can do, because a lot more people are getting into this, right?
Yeah.
So I can always purchase whatever you got, right? Like I can always order it, and then I can sell that one to someone else and offset the cost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks too. You think they still have the thing that you bought?
I don't know. I can't even remember where I got it.
Right.
I got it from, I'm sure, the same guy. But I actually like this better. Because mine, I have to strip wires and connect to the board.
Right.
This, you already have the connections there, so I like this one a whole lot better. I just have to redesign the box.
Right.
Which is not a big deal. That's not a big deal.
Really?
Yep. Because all I need to do here is I just take a picture of this.
Yeah. Did you drill these holes yourself, or these were printed?
They were printed like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I can figure this out. I might have to recreate this with this size box. That's all. It's not a biggie.
And you're saying that bread box was 3D printed just like anything else?
Oh yeah, you see how it's
there
like that.
Oh, okay. So there's a guy out there that just got the bits and pieces and sticking them together, 3D printing and just selling them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll design it like this so that we can reuse these.
Oh, okay.
And so basically all I'm going to do is take this box and build it so that it connects on there. And then what I'm printing now is not going to be any good. I'll hang on to this because somebody will use it.
Right.
Yeah, so no big deal at all.
Hey, so, you mean the part that you're about to print now, that was supposed to go under that?
That's going to go on top of this.
Oh, on top of it.
Right, and then your radio is going to clip in here. So what I got to do now is change the size of that because this is going to be bigger. Right, see how it's going to be wider?
Right.
So I got to change the size of the cover.
Oh, that's the cover.
Yeah. So the cover is being printed right now, which is no biggie. No biggie. I just got a minor redesign.
That's kind of cool how you got that set. Whoever got that set up, so they have that one little piece, and then they throw it in the box, and there you go. Right?
Yeah.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, okay, so I'll have to redesign that.
But if you want, like I said, if you want me to, I'll be happy to go and buy whatever to go up in that, so you won't have to go through all that stuff.
No, like I said, I like this one better. Just because it has... actually, yeah, that's the same guy I bought mine from.
Okay.
And what I do like about this one is, like I said, this one has the connectors on it. If you look at mine are, the board is a lot smaller, and the wires are just run through here, and then they got to be stripped and shoved. They got to be connected to the connector, which is right at the edge.
Right.
Which was a bitch for me to get in there. Because you had to put them in, and you're screwing down on top of here, and then you got to get the wire folded up inside.
Right.
And I thought, man, this is not going to work. I'm going to break those wires before I get this put together.
But you got it though, so that was good.
Yeah. No, I'll. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah, like that. Yeah. I digress. Okay, so yeah, I'll just redesign this one in a style that'll fit that. Okay, see, this is the cover.
Yeah.
And I put these little metal inserts in.
Oh yeah. So that's some detail there, baby.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, you could always have that for another for another person to use it. And
somebody else
like
use that.
So what I'm going to try to do is, well, get, what do you call that pipe that I need to get again?
So it's PVC.
Yes.
Sked 40. It's all here.
Okay.
You can take this with you.
Okay, so.
And I gave you that piece, so take that with you when you go. Home Depot.
Right. So I'll know exactly what to pick up and stuff. Okay. 1 inch wide tape measure cut into the power.
Yeah, you don't need, because it's done.
Oh, okay. But it's still good to know.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Like I've been able to do some stuff that you guys have taught me and things like that. Now, I didn't do this stuff. I'm like, oh, here's how you do it. And I sat there and watched them, and it worked out.
Yeah.
And they were thinking I'm some big brain and stuff. I'm like, no, bro. That's called cut, copy, paste.
Yeah.
You just knew how to do it because the guy had already knew how to use a soldering iron.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's easy to, give them those dimensions and stuff like that. Especially if they know how to use the stuff, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of guys that are on my Facebook group now. They're like, oh, man, you guys do so much stuff. And, I want to do this and I want to do this. We're talking about the fox hunt, right? So I'm going to try to, once we get this set up, because I think Hunter said it's going to be months before we have a fox hunt. And I was like, why? But they wanted to have a group effort with some other groups, which I think will be a lot of fun. But in the meantime, what I like to do is once I get mine set up, I want to get the fox just to have it so I can get used to what the thing's supposed to be like and, see where it's supposed to be and how it works and all that.
So this radio, do you have a...
For a fox? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean like a signal indicator?
Yeah. See how it says fox off and fox?
Yeah.
So what happens when it's doing this thing, the line actually, like when it's doing this thing,
so it shows
you'll see how many bars across.
Okay,
right?
perfect. Yeah.
So when I turn it like this, the bars go down to 1. If I turn it over here, it goes up.
Yeah, I didn't notice it on there, so I just wanted to make sure because that's what you need.
And this one was the one. This particular radio was recommended. Of course, I had a bail thing. They're like, it's not going to work for me.
No.
So when I got this one, they're like, okay, this is the one you need to get. And so I have the Fox and I have the offset, right?
Yeah.
So Fox offset Fox. So
yeah, and 4 up, 4 down.
Yeah. So nice. It's nice and it's heavy too, eh?
Yeah.
And see, that's another thing.
Well, it's a Yagi, right? I mean, I'm a Yagi fan.
But this is light years heavier than the other one. So, once I added that other weight, and I'm sitting there trying to find the Fox, it's just that much hair,
Yeah.
So now with that brace that you've made, it's going to really make a difference, Oh, that's nice and big, eh?
So what I did was I got it set up so there's the Fox. So I know that's the Fox frequency.
Yeah,
I can go down 4, I can go down 8.
Oh, no way. Oh, you just...
I can go up 4, I can go up 8.
What?
Because I just got it programmed in. So you show all the numbers. I just do it this way because when I'm in the field, I don't want to be able to think. I don't want to have to think about the frequencies.
Yeah.
I just want Fox 1, Fox 2. Yeah, Fox plus 1. I know it's up 4 megahertz.
Your channel changes here.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
So when I'm using this, as I get closer to it, I drop. I go another 4. So now I'm 8 away.
Oh, so you're minus.
So it
minus 1, 2, plus 1, 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that gives me even finer resolution. So,
hey, so that's smooth the way it works like that.
So I can get right, like I could be right on top of the fox, and I can just do this.
No.
And it's like I know it's right there, not here. It's right there.
Hey, so okay. With that being said, then, so when I have mine, so that, all you're doing is, did you say you just? So you just.
So that's what your 4 up there. So when it's 146, what's the
this?
Yeah, so you're 146.5. So you went up 4.
Mine is not even changing, eh?
Yeah, it's changing.
It is. Where?
So it says Fox offset.
Oh yeah,
so
it
see,
is.
146.
Okay,
so you went up to 150.
Right.
What? Sorry. What? Do I have a service bit? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
This is pretty cool, folks. We're sitting here getting all this stuff printed up. We'll take a quick sneak peek. I think we can take a peek at the 3D printer there printing up. I don't know if you can see it through the thing. Let's see here.